Anyone else see that massive sell-off coming this afternoon? I sure didn't. Let's get into the P&L recap. So to set the stage here, last night the Asian Open was really, really good to me. Where the heck did that pump from nowhere come from? Uh, I know that's a big candle, right? That is a big move. That is a gigantic move for the Asian session that barely moves at all. That this came out of nowhere, and I was able to uh, capitalize on this. I took full advantage of this last night. Um, that left me up like $400, and then we scroll over to today. This morning, I elected not to trade this morning. There was no trade for me to take this morning at 3 a.m. I didn't see a setup to click the buttons, and I did not. And that brings us to today. Today was crazy. Today was crazy. This is a 100-point move to the upside, followed by what is that? 80-point move down, an 80-point move back up, and then a 500 plus move, 500 plus point move down. Holy cow, man! Holy jeez. Uh, so I was trading a evaluation account right here. I I needed like 3 or 4 more trades. I had $8,300 amassed in it. And I thought, okay, we've already sold off like 200 points, right? I thought, okay, well, it's going to hit this pivot, and now we're going to get the bounce back up. VWAP's up here. There's another pivot up here. All I need is like 2 points, right? Enter in. It sells me out of 3 of the 5 contracts that are all placed at the same price. And then it proceeds to dump me on my face. It leaves me in those 2 contracts. And if you don't think 2 contracts can hurt, 2 contracts can absolutely scorch you if you let them. And I did. I refused to let go. I kept thinking it was going to bounce and come back up. I didn't see another 300 points of downside coming, and well, I got steamrolled. So um, it's a little frustrating because it hit my profit target and took 3 of the 2. How are you gonna leave me with 2? But anyway, it did. I tried to fight against the grain, and in hindsight, I should have cut those loose and just flipped short and made it all the way back up. That's what I should have done. In the moment, though, it really felt like, dude, how much more are we going to sell off in that moment? uh, the answer to that was a lot. We had a lot of more downside to go before it was done. It's still not done. It's still making new lows. It's going to set up a very interesting Friday. On to the P&L. P&L, we had a pretty freaking banger of a day. Pretty freaking stellar day. $1,000 in this little 50K account today. That brings that balance to 64.92. And if I remember correctly, I ran this up to $8,100 last Wednesday. So if it's at 64 now, and that's already minus the 2,000 I got out of the payout, I finally erased the damage that I did last Wednesday. Finally. And then this brand new 150K account, I cracked off 2,000 in it. That is way more than the goal. That is way more than what I want it to do. This morning's action, this morning's price action, and the cadence of how these moves were going was like the perfect recipe for me to be profitable in. When it hits a certain rhythm, a certain cadence, with the 150 tick chart, it just lets me see it differently. Um, that doesn't mean I saw this coming, but I'm saying, like, as these moves, I just moved that and I didn't mean to. Not this is a 1 minute chart, right? But as these moves happen with the tick chart, you can get a very good sense of when these are going to break through, right? When these are going to break through or break up for that matter. Um, but it enabled me to have a killer day today. It was the perfect recipe for me to be profitable. Uh, it did not save me from being an idiot though on the backside. So yeah, actually, now that I'm down on the 1 minute chart, you can actually see a little bit more of why I went long right here. Even though I know that that is a bearish move, right? That is a bearish move. But we had gone down so much. Um, it wasn't right there. It was 280 something. Where is it? Yeah, it was this move. 280, 287. Nope, right here. We had gone down so much at this point. I was like, okay, here's the pivot. It rejected the pivot. We're gonna come back up. Nope. Nope. Um, but yeah, those moves right there are bearish to me. That inverted triangle or whatever you want to call it, ascending wedge, I think is actually what it's called. Uh, yeah, it fooled me. It didn't fool me. It didn't take me out of all 5 contracts. It left me in 2 of them, and then I just refused to let go. So all in all, I've had a fantastic day. I've had a fantastic week. I couldn't be more happy in what I have been able to accomplish in this account right here. Um, we just got to keep the magic happening and keep us out of danger, keeping us out of the danger zone. Anyway, that is all I got. As always, I very much appreciate y'all tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Take care.